Segmentum Pacificus is burning, and with it, the Tyranids have launched the 4th Tyrannic War. We have an absolute boatload of new lore happening right now, and one of the main things has started to happen in the latest White Dwarf magazine. Now, going back when the initial assault first happened, we got this little blurb of text that stated there was a planet-sized Tyranid vessel of biomass heading to a certain system. This system is where some of the main characters are currently fighting the vast Tyranid forces, and I believe it's setting it up for a brand new narrative campaign. So let's jump in, let's look at all this brand new lore, discuss what characters are there and what potentially could happen. So first things first, I want to start with this blurb of lore that I'm going to put in the background right now. You can pause it right here, you can read it. I'm just going to do a quick summary of it. This was built on the other bit of lore which launched the 4th Tyrannic War, but now we have more information because the Raven Guard, who first spotted this planet-sized organism for the Tyranids, have now brought it to the other authorities, one being the AdMech and one to the Inquisition itself. And some of the AdMech have basically said this could be like a beacon for the Shadow in the Warp. The Inquisition said maybe this is like a biomass storage, so the Tyranids can feed as they cross like the galactic void, how many millions upon billions of miles. But the main thing is that it's heading to a certain system, and that system is none other than the Formidyre System. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. This is where some of the main characters involved in the Imperium are currently fighting against the Xenos foe. I'm talking Trajan Valoris is there, the Lord Solar's there, the Imperial Fist are there with the Phalanx, you know, engaging, the White Templars are there, the Hammers of Dawn are there, there's other chapters there, there's literally millions upon millions of guard regiments heading to that sector to literally help stop this ongoing wave of Tyranid forces. And now we're learning that this planet-sized Tyranid vessel, whatever it is, like the Death Star just made of biomass, is heading to that sector as well. Again, I just want to put this image up in the background. This is from this latest White Dwarf magazine as well, which really visualizes what's going on in this system, what forces are there, because this potentially could hint to the next big narrative campaign, because what Games Workshop have already released in terms of decals and also, you know, mentioning them in the actual lore itself. As you can see with the image in the background now, you have the Formidyre System. If we zoom in on something called the Dawn Wall, the asteroid field, and the planet Sanctum, that is the home world of the White Templar chapter. That is where their fortress monastery is. That is where the main bulk of the fighting is taking place. That's where the Phalanx has been deployed, you know, gunning down the Tyranid vessels as they're deploying on that planet. It's an absolute bloodshed of a planet. That's where Valoris and the Lord Solar went to fight the Tyranid foes as well. But one of the most interesting things about this is the Dust Nebula, because you can see over there that the Hammers of Dawn have appeared in the lore now. I think this is one of the first times I've seen the Hammers of Dawn actually get involved in a brand new campaign. But also what you have is the Raptors, which are the successor chapter, of course, of the Raven Guard. We know the Raven Guard are there because the Raven Guard have gone to this system to warn them. So technically you have the Raven Guard and one of their successors, the Raptors there. The Raptors also got decals on the decal sheet. So I really do think that GW are going to do something narrative with this. But also you have the Necropolis Hawks, which are also another Raven Guard successor chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong on that. So potentially Raven Guard, two successors of their chapter are there. You've got the Imperial Fist there with two of their successors, because apparently the White Templars are now Sons of Dawn again, and of course the Hammers of Dawn are there, and the White Templars are defending their homeworld along with the Custodes, the millions upon millions of Imperial Guard regiments that are all turning there. And I personally think this system now, this Formidyre system, is probably going to become one of the next big Tyranid / Imperium campaigns that we're going to get in a book. Now, technically, the next campaign book, the next big crusade book we're going to get is between the Necrons and the Imperium, because that was supposed to be launched at the start of, well, this year, so maybe sometime this month GW is going to do that. But once that's out of the way, because I think that's going to finish off the Pariah Nexus story arc, and then we can start to get onto some of the Tyranid stuff, because now, of course, we are in 10th edition, and it is all about the Tyranids. I'm sure this Chaos is going to get involved, I'm sure the Orcs, there's other races going to get involved somewhere along the line of 10th edition, but right now, right at the start, the main focus is the Tyranids, and it seems that GW itself in this White Dwarf magazine is building it up into this Formidyre system, and this is where, again, I truly believe we're going to be getting this next big campaign book. And for me, as an Imperial Fist Frayer, I am thrilled, because again, it's centered around the White Templars, the Imperial Fist, the Hammers of Dawn now are there, but also for Raven Guard players, the Raven Guard are there, the Hawks are there, the Raptors are there. So it's not just the Sons of Dawn, it's two of the cousin chapters meeting up and fighting against the vast forces of these Tyranid foes. And I'm sure there's other chapters that'll probably turn up and stuff like that, because once they start releasing these big books, we start to get some more stuff. One of the stories from this sector that we had when the 10th edition rulebook launched is that it was Valoris defeating one of the big Tyranid units and bringing it down, but that doesn't mean that it's over, it's finished with, because as I've been stating, that big planet, the life-size planet, is heading to this system. Do you know one of the really cool things about this is that you have the Phalanx and you have this Tyranid planet thing, these two like vast, just gigantic forces of just firepower and whatever it is, just meeting and just clashing. We could potentially have one of the coolest, one of the biggest void battles of the 41st millennium happening at this sector. And for me, I absolutely cannot wait to see what happens. And on that note, Chaperonios, I'm going to leave the video there. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, like, do you think this is going to be the next campaign? It has to, right? We haven't really had anything for the Tyranids since 10th edition launch, and it was the box. It's like, the Tyranids are here. And then it's like, well, okay, then that's basically it. We haven't really had any more stories, any more involvement. Yeah, we had a few novels at the start to like partner with the launch of the box set, but nothing really big. Like, the Lion's back now, Gilliman's here. Surely the Lion's got to get involved, right? It's the segmented Pacificus that's burning. Lion, start doing your moonwalk, your forest walk over there, and start crunching some Xenos skulls. How amazing would it be to see the Lion, to see the Tyranids, and like, what beasts are these? I am the beast hunter, right? I'm going to unleash myself, and just starts chopping away with the Risen and Azrael and everyone who wants to bloody follow him. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. Let's see what happens. Again, enough waffling. I'm sorry, I'm going on a mad rant again. Right, see you in a bit. Have a great day, and bye-bye.